What's going on, guys? It is Phoenix, doing things a little bit different with this video. Every so often, in addition to the other mini-series that I'm going to try and get going on this channel that I've only had one episode of, My Favorite Transformers, there's going to be this little mini-series, which is going to be tentatively titled Quick Hits. Basically, this is just going to be a quick way for me to knock out my thoughts on a couple figures that I really don't feel like doing full-on reviews of, be it because of time or whatever. So, this time, in episode 1 of Quick Hits, we're going to do a twin bill. Obviously, you guys know which two we're covering per the title below, but let's just crack on with it and take a look at Combiner Wars Shockwave, who actually just recently came out. He is really freaking nifty. Oh my gosh. I really like him. I don't have any of the Bruticus bots yet from Combiner Wars, and I know Shockwave here was designed to interact with them, specifically in Bruticus form, but I really like everything about this Shockwave. He's just fun to mess around with. He's very simple to transform. It's a very intuitive transformation, and with the exception of this second peg here, which does limit his interaction with pretty much every other deluxe, he's just really nicely done. I really dig him. I would have preferred if this was more of a shiny silver plastic as opposed to just like this dull Hasbro gray plastic, but I guess that's what happens when you mold the joints here for the shoulders and these parts all in the same plastic. So, yeah, I don't know. Plus, I'm sure Reaper Labels will come out with a sticker for that reticle right there. Love how you get the front of the space cannon from what's basically his kneecaps in robot mode, and you just have a really nicely detailed all-mode space cannon thing here. The handle does flip up pretty much fully, actually, in this mode, so you can just have him fly around if you want to. So he's a flying space cannon of murder doom. So, yeah, I like this a lot. He's really, really cool. Transformation is as such. Let's go with the legs first. Split the cannon in half, like so. Bring the legs up at that joint. He has the same hip assembly in here that Breakdown does, that mold. And honestly, Shockwave does it so much better. I feel like they did it better on Shockwave than on Breakdown, to repeat myself. So you want to rotate the legs like that, fold out the feet, and you want to just untab the arms. There's a port on either shoulder there and there. That tabs into a notch right there on either side of the handle. Swing them down. Then on this joint right here, you want to bend it forward at that pin joint, like so. Same thing on the side. And you want to take the handle, fold it back, and then take the entire assembly here with the reticle and fold it back. That will reveal the head, and then you just fold the handle flush, like so. Get him to stand. Lift the head up all the way. And there you have Combiner Wars Shockwave in his robot mode. And again, just really nicely done. Early contender for one of my favorite figures of 2016, for sure. I know technically he came out last year, but most people are going to be getting him this year. He's just very well detailed, very posable. You've got a ball joint at the shoulder, you've got a hinge joint right there, you've got that transformation joint, you've got a ball joint elbow, get a 360 swivel on the head. You can look a little up and down as well. And then you've got full range of motion on the legs, including a really awesomely deep knee bend. So, it's just really nicely done for a Legends-ish class Shockwave. Honestly, really since the Prime Cyberverse era, figures like this, I haven't really considered Legends. I've always considered them more Scout class figures. So, he's definitely a Scout class Shockwave to me. My only real issue would honestly probably be the hollowness here in the legs, but that has to be there because of the transformation. So it's not that much of an issue. The hips on mine are also a little loose, so he is a little hard to get into a pose without him just completely falling over, and that is something to be aware of. But honestly, I don't have much of an issue with this figure outside of those two gripes. He's just really nicely done, and he's quickly becoming one of my favorites in my collection. And I literally just got him because the rest of his wave is very underwhelming. I'm looking at you, Laserbeak Chop Shop, and whoever else comes in that wave that I can't remember right now. So yeah, definitely go out and get Commander War Shockwave if you can. I got him off of Hasbro Toy Shop for about $10, I want to say, with the next figure that we're seeing in this video. So, yeah. Anyhow, definitely recommend Commander War Shockwave here. He's so nicely done and definitely worth the price point that he got.